Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be going over Python syntax and comments. So before we get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos about Python and the basics of Python. So if you want to learn the complete basics of Python, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so let's get started. So before we get started, we're going to be talking about Python syntax. So the most common piece of code that most people learn when they start learning Python is the print function. So print hello YouTube. So as you can see, this is a type of Python syntax where we have the function print, and then we have parentheses around the output that we want, and then the output or the string that we have in the parentheses is assigned with double quotes. So if we click run, we can see that it finishes the process with the exit code of 0, which means there are 0 errors, and it prints hello YouTube. But what happens if we just use one quotes? Well, we get an exit code 1, and then we say EQL while scanning literal, and then there's a print error. So this is why Python syntax is very important. We need to have the parentheses and the double quotes whenever using a Python print function. Okay, so now we're going to learn about a different type of Python syntax, which is called Python indentation. So let's say we have an if statement. So if we have if 6 is greater than 3, print please subscribe. Okay, so as you can see, we have an if function, and then when we put the colons and we click enter, you see there's a bit of a gap between the print and then the starting of the line 2. This is called indentation. So indentation is very important in Python because it it represents a block of code, and it represents the code that is within the if function. So in most other programming languages, the indentation is just there for readability, but in Python, the indentation is very, very important. So we click run, it says please subscribe. But let's say we do this. There's no indentation. We have an error code and it says unexpected indent block. So this means that we need to have an indent in our code. So an indent can either be you can just click the tab button, or you can do 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, 5 space, 6 space, 7 space. It doesn't matter as long as there is at least 1 space between the start of the line and the code inside the function. So my preference is just to click the tab button, and then you get an indentation. But an important thing to remember, say if I just do 1 space here, and then I say print also don't forget to like. Okay, so as you can see, automatically Python gave me 1 space. But let's say and add like 2 spaces to it, and we click run. It says unexpected indent. So whenever you're using an indent, you always have to make sure that the indent numbers that you give are the same. So since I've given 1 space at the top, I have to have 1 space at the bottom too. So this will run perfectly. Also, subscribe. Please subscribe, and also don't forget to like. Okay, so that is the basics of Python indentation. Now we'll go over Python comments. Okay, so let's just go ahead and click enter. So Python comments are very important, but are not required when you're writing a code. I personally like to use Python comments. So a Python comment can be written by clicking shift and then 3 with the hashtag and say this is a comment. So as you can see, there's a code written right There's code written right here. And if we take this comment and then paste it in the middle of our code and we run it, nothing happens because this is called a comment. So a comment is just there to keep your code organized. For example, I could write a comment saying, if I could write a comment like this. This is an example of indentation. So this is how we could use comments. So comments are just used to help understand and make your code flow together more easily. So that's another way to write a comment. We could also click control and slash. That automatically gives us a hashtag and then a space with it. So you could write hello and nothing happens when we run it. Now we're going to move on to multi-line comments. So if we have a comment like this, hello, we click enter. Is this still a comment? No, right? Because as we can see, the hashtags don't work if we have to write multi-line comments. So what we can do instead is you can do 3 single quotes, or you could do 3 double quotes. Doesn't matter. But now I can write, hello, this is a multi-line comment. Bye. Okay. So as you can see, this is multi-lines. And if we still go ahead and click print, nothing is affected. But remember, if I do a hashtag here, if I do a hashtag, it doesn't work. So that's why this is why we use a multi-line comment with triple quotes. Okay, so that is the basics of Python comments. So I'm going to give you a couple of practice problems, and we'll just go over them really quick. So if I was to write, if 8 is greater than 1, print hello, hello. I'm going to add an extra space right here, and I'm going to click print, bye. So do you think this will work? Go ahead and pause the video and think about it. If you said no, you are correct, because I have added an extra space for the indentation, which will give me an error. But if I take out the space, I go ahead and click print, it says hello and bye. Okay, now we'll do another quiz. If I have this hello, bye, do you think this will print? I have 2 separate comments with a hashtag. If you said yes, that is correct. This will not print because it is a comment. Now we'll go ahead and click 3 quotes and we'll say hello, hello, and hello. Do you think this will print? If you said no, you are correct because this is a multi-line comment characterized by 3 quotes. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos about Python basics and tutorials, so please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.